Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm gonna share my favorite fall recipes with you. Recipes that are so simple, even I can do them. I am not a culinary genius by any stretch of the imagination, so I'm sharing the easiest recipes with you that are still delicious. You can bring to Thanksgiving dinner and not be totally mortified, but even I can do them. So here we go with some of my top favorites. My first and favorite fall recipe has got to be pumpkin spice cake, or in this case, pumpkin spice cupcakes. So simple to use. I actually got this recipe from the Green Apple Home. I'm gonna share a story about her at the end of this video. I'm also gonna put the link to her first video that I watched here in the description. I love her and I miss her terribly. So she used a spice cake mix. This is so simple you don't even have to write it down. It is the moistest, most delicious thing ever. And if you really love pumpkin, you're going to love this. All you do is substitute the water in 1 cup of the water that these recipes call for a can of pumpkin. You can either use pumpkin pie, like the pureed pumpkin pie, or you can use just pureed pumpkin. They both work great. I've tried both of them. And so usually the recipe calls for, 1.25 cups of water. All you do is substitute the first cup with a can of pureed pumpkin. You will not believe how delicious these are. You follow the rest of the recipe just like it is. Now, if you can't find spice cake, it's really hard to find here in Canada, you can use either butter pecan or carrot and just add the spice afterwards. I'm gonna put the recipe to add the pumpkin spice in if you can't find spice cake, but if you're lucky enough to find a Duncan Hines or a Betty Crocker spice cake mix, all you have to do is substitute the pumpkin.
So you just get your boxed cake mix and you make it like you normally would, but instead of a cup of water, you're gonna add 1 can of pumpkin and then everything else you normally would to make the boxed cake. Make sure you blend it, put in all the ingredients. It smells amazing. I'm gonna add some pumpkin spice because again, I don't have a spice cake. So pumpkin spice is so simple. It's just basically nutmeg, cloves, cinnamon, and allspice if you want, mixed all together. So I'm mixing that in and this smells amazing. And then you just bake it like you normally would on the box. I love this 24 cup holder. I got it from a local grocery store. Cake mixes, box cake mix always calls for 24, so that was awesome. Then you just preheat the oven like you do on the box and bake them. They come out, they don't rise quite as much because they're really moist, but they are absolutely delicious.
These pumpkin spice muffins or cupcakes or loaf or cake, whatever you want to make, are delicious. Promise me that you will give this recipe a try. You will not be disappointed. You can't have a fall recipe without apples, so I'm gonna give you my 2 favorite super simple apple recipes, both of which the prep time is under 5 minutes.
A fall staple in our house is apple crumble, which is basically like lazy man's apple pie. Apple pie is hard. This is simple. It's 1 cup of flour, 1 cup of brown sugar, and 1/2 cup of butter or margarine. You kind of use a fork to mix it together until it literally gets crumbly, which is probably why they call it apple crumble. Some people add oats, but I like it just like this. And then you peel in an 8x8 dish 5 to 6 apples and then cover it with your apple crumble and bake at 350 for an hour. The end result is this crispy, delicious yumminess, and I love serving it with warm with a little vanilla ice cream or some nice Cool Whip. It's such a great and fast, easy dessert. Another fall favorite for apples is this delicious cream cheese apple dip. Only 2 ingredients to make this. All you do is take a package of cream cheese and mix in 1/2 cup of brown sugar and blend. If you want, you can top it with a little bit of cinnamon or cinnamon sugar and slice up some apples and enjoy.
This last recipe is my family's all-time fall favorite, and that is Tex-Mex chili, especially on Sundays when we're watching football. You definitely have to have chili, but this recipe is a little bit different because it definitely has a really Mexican feel to it, and the leftovers are perfect with nachos, or you can make chili cheese quesadillas.
Tex-Mex chili is one of those recipes that I just always have everything on hand for all the time because I know my kids love it. It's so easy to make. It's really, really fast, so on those busy nights you can have it, and the leftovers are amazing the next day as chili cheese quesadillas. So now I'll show you how to make it. You basically probably have everything already. It's diced tomatoes, your favorite spaghetti sauce, black beans, corn, chili powder, and taco seasoning. You can add mushrooms if you like. We like mushrooms, and we like to add an onion, but that's totally optional. Ground beef or ground turkey is definitely a must, and I like to brown this with the onion, and then you add half a pack of taco seasoning directly to the meat. Then you transfer it over to your pot or your crock pot and add the rest of the ingredients, and then 1 pack of chili seasoning or your own chili seasoning mix if you'd like. Together, I know the corn and black beans, you're probably, that's not regular chili, but trust me, this Tex-Mex chili just gives a little bit of a delicious spin on normal chili. Add some Tex-Mex cheese, some sour cream. It's really, really good, and it's great with nachos or with toast or just as it is.
So those are my absolute favorite and incredibly simple fall recipes. Completely fail-proof. If I can do it, you can do it. And I was able to make a big pot of chili, 24 pumpkin spice muffins, apple crumble, and apple dip all in under an hour. So thanks so much for watching. Make sure if you haven't already that you subscribe, and we'll see you next time. I wanted to thank you guys who have stayed to the end, and I wanted to talk a little bit about the Green Apple Home. So when I started YouTube in 2010, there wasn't very many of us. There was like hardly any of us stay-at-home moms making videos. And one at the time was the only person I watched was Keek from the Green Apple Home. She also had a family channel called The Happy Narwhals, which I did not watch as often. But I love the Green Apple Home because she gave tips on organizing and budget and, you know, recipes, all the same sort of things that I was doing at the same time. So we created like a little online friendship. We both joined the Stay at Homes, which was another channel of just us stay-at-home parents. We all like uploaded different days of the week. And yeah, anyways, I loved her videos. I loved her videos because I felt like she was talking to me, you know, when I watched them, you know. I didn't feel like she was just talking to a camera or a group of people. You know how people who are YouTubers get nervous or they sound like they're giving a speech instead of just talking to you, ungenuine, I guess. She was genuine, and it's so hard to find channels like that, and I could relate to her. And her videos weren't great, just like my videos aren't great now, but they were really bad back at Malato 79. She would literally just pick up a shaky camera and start talking. No tripod, no lighting. It was just raw and real, and I loved it. And she dropped off the face of the earth. I have no idea what happened. She has like 300 videos. She was even before, like we both started in 2010, and Catherine from Do It On a Dime didn't start till the next year. And so as much as I love Catherine and I feel the same sort of connection with her, and I've watched her from the very beginning, I felt like Keek was like a friend, like a good friend. I know that sounds so crazy, but I did. And they moved into like this rental because they were building a house, and then they moved into their new house, and she started homeschooling her daughter for various reasons, and then literally dropped off the face of the earth. I've sent emails and messages, and I've commented on her videos, and I'm like, I miss you. So I wanted to just do, I guess, a little tribute to her today. Her channel was amazing. She's amazing. I miss her with all of my heart. I hope and pray that she's okay. I don't know what's going on, but I keep checking her channel for updates every couple of months for years. Isn't that sad? I don't know, there's these few people, you know, on YouTube is still a community, and you can still have a connection with somebody, and she's one of those people that I felt a real connection to. So I'm gonna put the link to her video where I got this recipe from. I will never forget it. It was so great. It was like this, like, the most delicious pumpkin spice thing I've ever made, and I made it myself. So I was so grateful to her. I'll never forget this recipe. I'll never forget her. So I'm gonna put the link to that video below, and you know, if you want to, check out her channel. They're not great videos. Back in the day, nobody made great videos, just to like say. You know, nobody used a tripod, people were just real, and the videos were bad, and her videos were not great quality. My videos, it is what it was, and honestly I miss it so much. I miss it. I wish I could go back to those days, but YouTube is a changing beast and we all have to go with the flow. But anyways, check it out. Thank you for staying to the end. I know it's a little maybe heavy for you guys, sorry about that, but I wanted to share her with you. So thanks, and I'll see you next time.